falling asleep early, uh, preparing for Halloween, doing that kind of stuff. Um, like I said, I got a whole mess of candy that I don't know what the hell it is. Halloween candy is everywhere. I don't know what the heck this is. This is, I don't know, cotton candy or something. No, it didn't even say. I don't know. But all kinds of good stuff. You know what I found? This stuff. I know it says bubbling, but I'm talking about the remember the candy necklaces and all that stuff. I found that stuff. That's cool. Goulet popping candy. I have no idea what the heck that is. That's in there. Some more of this stuff. I don't know what the heck these things are. Candy sticks. Oh, speaking of that, you know what I saw at the dollar store? Remember the old-fashioned candy cigarettes? Oh my God. I was like, wow. And you got the old favorites and stuff and all that kind of good stuff and Reese's and everything. Let me think. Let me see what else we got here. I don't know what else we got. Anybody on here with me yet? No. Okay. Got all kinds of good stuff. Oh, let me pull something from the archives. What's this? You got more of that stuff. Cotton candy. I think that's the cotton candy stuff. I don't know. I got a whole, something's escaping. It's escaping. Get the hell back. Got a whole mess of candy stuff. I am ready for Halloween. But I still just do what I do. And I just leave it there. And I go to bed. So if one kid comes and takes the whole thing, great, awesome. Let me see if I can, am I too high up? Let me adjust this for you. See what we got. Oh, okay, how's that? Like the hat? But do about a half-hour show today. See who shows up. See what's going on. Just did a whole bunch of videos and the alarm went off and I was like, okay, whatever, 3 o'clock, I'm here. Not 3 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But I'm gonna open one of these, see what the heck it is. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I'm opening one of these things I got at the dollar store. I don't know what the hell they are. Oh, you know what they're supposed to be? They're cigarette knockoffs. Remember that? This is a candy stick. They only have 2 in it, cheap pricks. But, and they come with Superman, Batman. Comes in a little box. And this is the dollar store candy. I don't know. But, like I said, whatever. They come with Batman and everybody else, and yay. Yay, Batman. I got Snickers. I got all the good stuff. I got cotton candy. I got, I don't know, Zomberry. Kool-Aid has its own stuff in it, I guess. Why not? Throw it in there. All kinds of stuff. And I think this is cotton candy. I wanted to give the kids something different. Like I said, just something different to grab, something different and see what's going on. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Just showing off my candy goods. You all ready for Halloween? I got all my candy stuff going. Let's see. Clearwater, Florida. Wow. I still haven't, well, no, she passed. I have relatives that I haven't seen in Clearwater. I don't know if they're still in Clearwater, Florida. Haven't seen them since the 80s, but I don't know. How is Florida? It is a chilly 30s, 40s up here in New Hampshire. Loving it though. Like I said, doing my Halloween prep thing now. See what's going on. Uh, I don't know. It's not bad. It ain't snowing, that's for sure. That's what I tell people. It ain't snowing. Who cares? And days are beautiful. It's dry. It's not raining and it's not snowing. Yeah, it's an indoor day unless you got stuff to do, take out trash and stuff like that. Uh, Other than that, not bad, not bad at all. Sorry, I'm just watching the neighbor while people come in. 85 and sunny. Oh, now see, I don't know how old you are, Brian, but I'm jealous. It's jealous, but then at the same time, I probably wouldn't want to go out because it's probably hot and muggy, and it's like, oh man, I hate the 80s. As I get older, it's like, I'm gonna say mid 60s to mid 70s. That's it. That's perfect for me. I can get out and do stuff. Other than that, 55, cool. Okay, well, do you love it? I mean, you live there. You're probably used to it, just like I'm used to this. Uh, Probably about 40s, 50s, maybe right now. I don't know. I can go out just a t-shirt on, and you see other people who aren't from New Hampshire, and they're like bundled up. I hear you. Same crap, different day. Um, are you ready for Halloween? Are you doing anything for Halloween? This is my comeback, New Hampshire. I used to do a bunch of lives. I've been away or doing stuff, other stuff. Um, Starting to do lives again. Other than that, going through my Halloween candy, dollar store style. I got a blend of good stuff, which is regular candies, and knockoff cigarette candies. And then we got dollar store stuff, and just a blend. You know, it looks nice when the kid grabs something big like that. And he's like, oh, look at that. And he won't know what the hell it is until they get home and go, what was this? You know, they're just grabbing stuff. Again, I leave this, I'm the type of guy that leaves this out on the stairs because I go to bed around 8, 9, and I can't be bothered to come back and forth and leave. I don't know what you do if you even celebrate Halloween. So I leave that there. If one kid comes and dumps it all, great. I don't have to take it in. Or they're nice, and sooner or later, I have no idea how many kids come. I do have some animatronics, which is, oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a second. There we go. I haven't had to use these in a while. Spectacle time. Let's see what we got. Oh, baby. Oh. Okay, now we're going. Wade Marshall, how are you? I'm doing fine. Back in the saddle, baby. With the just gonna be weekends. Not both weekends. Like I said, I got a part-time job, keep myself busy. See what's happening. I find myself the full-time job's fine. At night, I guess I'm turning into one of those guys that just want to fill time. I don't know, other than fall asleep on the couch type of thing. The unaccompanied senior, checking in from Swartz Bay Ferry Terminal on Vancouver Island. Wow, that's a whole lot to say, but cool. Thanks for checking in. Just finished a 149-day road trip, visiting each open mic on Vancouver Island. Cool. Are you a comic? Or what do you do? Why are you open mic? I'm assuming comics. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that's really cool. Now, see, I don't really know you, the unaccompanied senior. I don't know. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen a video of you or something. I'm not sure. Musical performer. Okay, cool. Do you have videos on YouTube, I'm assuming? Because it sounds familiar. So that's cool. I'm noticing on my screen, I don't know if you guys can see it. Again, it's been months since I've done a live show. There's like a purple sign with like what looks like a crown and a number 1, number 2, number 3. That's different. I've never seen that before. Other than that, cool. I will be looking you up, sir. If you're a sir, sorry. um, I will be. I assumed you're a guy. Other than that, you could be a woman. Uh, is it under unaccompanied senior? Because I'll be looking you up. I want to see who. I like to see who I'm talking to. I love when other people call or check in. They have channels. Unaccompanied senior. I might have already seen it. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Other than that, so how was your road trip? That's what we want to know. How was the road trip? Was it good? Was it tiring? I don't know. We all want to know. How was it? A read about text? Oh, you're a tough one. Okay, I guess we got to read about it. That's cool. So me, like I said, I am getting ready for, well, I'm already prepped. I'm ready to go. Halloween. I found 57 stages and performed 101 times. Keep it busy there, huh? Cool. Nothing wrong with that. Can I ask how old you are? That's 57 stages just to drive around. See, I know I'm not in your business. I do pest control. 66. Cool. Must be a spry 66. I'm just I'm a homebody, and I love my channel and just talking to people and doing that kind of stuff. I couldn't even imagine. But how long have you been doing this for? How many years? How many months? That's what I'm curious. But I'm gonna look you up. That's for sure. When I get off of the live. Other than that, cool. As long as you're enjoying yourself, you know what I hear. You got a reason to get up in the morning. Not that 66 is old, that's for sure. Not at all. Sometimes 50. They tell me 58 where I am is not old, and sometimes I feel old. Other than that, it's like 12 years in Canada, a few more before that in Shangri-La, if that's how, Shanghai. Okay. That's a long time. I hope, sir, you've made a lot of money and you're not just drinking it all away from port to port. That's cool. The main question is, at 66, are you happy doing it? Because the older I get, just at 58, like I said, I love being a homebody. You know, okay, so you must be independently wealthy then. I'm not doing it, must be for fun. It gotta be for fun. Mr. Becker, good morning. How are you? We're talking to the unaccompanied senior. Look him up. It's cheaper than that. Okay, I understand that angle. So that's cool. You know, I give you guys credit who do something different in life, and I say, that's awesome. I do my own thing. Anybody who has a YouTube channel like this, bigger, smaller, it doesn't matter. Just getting on here and not only, I tell people, there's so many people our age, and I'm talking to you unaccompanied senior, anything from our age, older, and I talk to a lot of them and go, are you bored? Get on YouTube. Talk about, and then like, I don't know what to talk about. Talk about anything. Absolutely anything. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I did a bunch of videos and just need some wetness. I talk about, I hate to say it, I think YouTube loves us. And I know there's plenty of us on here that just do it. And when you hear it's cheaper than therapy, oh man, you must have a good time to keep going for all those years. That's for sure. But again, I talk to people and I say, it's simple. Don't be scared. Just start doing it. Pretend like you're talking to one person, and your group or your fans will find you. I'm okay. Let's see. Elena. Okay, so I've been doing YouTube for a bunch of years. You kind of start at one thing, and I'm by no means I am a professional. I guess I am getting paid for it, not a lot, but it's a great part-time job. Do anything. I used to tell people, and I still do. Someone could do a vlog or a video about belly button lint, and that's all they talk about. That's all they show, and you will find people that will watch. That's how crazy YouTube is. I tell people again, write down the stuff you want to. You got to get over the camera thing, especially if you're a woman. Now, again, it could be anything. I like to wear sometimes crazy hats. I am a Gen X, so it makes me crazy. Um, okay, going to church is better. Absolutely. See, there's another one right there. I'm just saying. I tell people, I mean, because I've been on for so long now, and I know there's a lot of people that want to do it, but they kind of, I said, just be yourself. Talk about anything, but stay on course, but always change. Now, if you want to watch some of my very first videos, I was the Italian guy's food tour. I tried different foods, and I enjoyed that show. But boy, you bloat, you're trying all this crap food. It's fun, it's entertainment, but it's not good for the health. So I did like a year or two of that or whatever it was, and I stopped it. It just wasn't. It was gaining traction. It was a good concept. It was stuff like that, but I wanted to grow, and at the same time, I was learning about the phone and the functions and YouTube, and everything else was growing. You try different channels. I got right now. I got like 7 different channels active, but not constant. Because you get an idea and you're like, okay, I'll start this channel. And you do a few things and it gains a little bit of traction, then it dies off and you get away from it and you kind of go back and forth. So I just say do it. Oh my God, Mr. Becker. Growing, I could tell you stories about growing old. Mr. Becker, how old are you? If you already didn't tell me, I forgot. I'm 58. My mind, because maybe I'm a Gen Xer, um, my mind thinks young. 60, cool, I'm right behind you. Getting up in the morning, you always get those mystery pains like, what the hell did I do to myself? I didn't do anything. Why does my back hurt? Why does my butt hurt? My problem personally, and I don't know why, I'm going through a flexibility thing. And I've just kind of put together, I want to say, a concept or a plan of being more flexible, tying my shoes. It's like, how come I can't reach my feet anymore? I'm not really fat. I get a little bit, but I do lift weights, and not like I used to bodybuild in my 20s. But I don't know. But the flexibility thing is like, holy crap, that's really hit me. And it's like, where the hell did this come from? And it's like, oh man, you know. To me, I used to tell people, I still do, after the age of 50, there is no more shame. If you see what's out there in society, and I'm talking to, who's the woman? that Elena, if you're even interested in society right now, there is no shame. You know, if you're ashamed of doing something, today's world is crazy. You shouldn't be doing anything. In today's world, it's altogether. Yes, you're right. You're right. Now, I do pest control during the day. So I do like 10, 12, 15 jobs a day. I'm in and out of a little truck and I'm doing this, I'm doing bugs and rats and all that kind of, I love it. I enjoy it. At night, I work for Ocean State and all I want, I'm associating because the reason why I got the part-time job is I found myself falling asleep on the couch or going to bed at 6. And I was like, why am I going to bed? I'm just tired. And it's like, so I got to get out and do stuff. So I got a job at like Ocean State Job Lot, stocking shelves. Awesome. Great. A little bit of extra money, a little gas money, it pays a bill. Only like 4 or 5 hours a night, not every night, but still. I enjoy it. It keeps me busy. I'm one of those guys because I'm a homebody and I enjoy it. Plus, my third job is YouTube. And I'm lucky enough to get some money from YouTube. So, voila, I'm good with that too. So, getting older. Getting older is like, what can I compare it to? There's so many things you could compare getting older to. Like, I guess interactive puzzle maybe. Every time you find a piece, it says something new that's going to happen to you. I don't know, something weird. My union job lets me take a nap. Oh, don't even get me started on naps at work after lunch. I hear you. I think I was in my 50s, early 50s, when I started catching myself saying, is it okay to take a nap? Should I be taking a nap? Am I too young to be taking naps? I really questioned myself. Then when I talked to my friends that were our age, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I take naps all the time. It's great." And I go, "Really? That's a normal thing?" And they're like, "Yeah." But then you got to break it down if you know your body, which I think I know my body. Number one, 10 to 20 minutes to me is a power nap. Great. It gets you moving, you get going. If you sleep for an hour, you're up all night. It's like, holy crap, you know, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Cultures known for the individual longevity are also known for lifestyles that include natural movement, lifting, stretching, pushing. Yeah, well, I do know from bodybuilding. I used to take karate, kempo, all that stuff, and I used to not ride professionally, bike riding, but I used to ride a lot. 10 speed. I'm into mountain biking now, but I'm a fair weather mountain biker, meaning it's got to be really nice and ideal. And I like to ride in the morning when there's no people on the trail and blah, blah, blah. So, with that said, I've realized just keep moving as we get older. And it's a little between stretching is a huge thing for me because I've learned to develop like okay, I stretch when I go to bed and I stretch when I'm on the couch. I don't have I live in a mobile home because I downsized from, I was taking care of my mom, if nobody knows. I've taken care of my mom for a bunch of years. She passed away. We sold the house and I downsized. Blah, blah, blah. So, stretching, I find the most challenging. And I don't know if it's just my personal stupidity that as I can't reach my feet and I'm going, why can't I reach my feet when I tie my shoes and blah, blah, blah. It'll go a weeks or a month till I figure out and go, I got to do something about this. I just went duck hunting with some guy. He left. Oh, I get that. I know a guy at work who goes duck hunting. But other than that, um, what is it? Let me read that again. Oh, I'm always the slower walker. All right, let me throw this at you. Why? There's two things. As we get older, how come when I stand in one place for too long, my legs get antsy or they start to hurt? Like, I don't know if the blood's not moving or what. What the hell is that shit? And the second thing is, how come uh, you lose your mobility? I mean, I just don't understand that. It's like, I don't know. I like, well, I consider myself hiking every time I go to work. Because at work, we stop on a hill, you got to hike up to the friggin' office. Other than that, um, I don't know. Getting older isn't fun. You have a whole new set of priorities to take care of. I would, well, I don't walk that good. I walk okay, and all right, this brings me into another bitch and moan. So, once a year, I like to go get a chiropractor. I haven't done it in a bunch of years. So, when I finally went back, I remember when I went to the chiropractor years ago, the guy would snap, crack, whatever, bend, spread, whatever, and you'd be fine that one visit. All of a sudden, and this is where the bitch comes in, they do just a little. I guess they hope they don't notice. You do just a little, and it's like, and then they want to put you on a weekly thing. And I know it's a money making thing because every business is doing it. But it's like, I don't know. What the hell is that? Because when so I never went back, or I was talking to the guy, the doctor or whatever, and what did he say? Oh, I was talking to him in his office, and after the visit, he said, I'd like to see you 4 times. And I'm thinking, yeah, I could do that 4 times a year. I could do that. And he looks at me, he says, no, 4 times a week. And I went, dude, I'm lucky I can make it here 4 times a year. Never mind 4 times a week. I said, snap, crack, pop, whatever, and just get me back in shape. You know, I don't understand the process here. Thank you for appreciating my videos. Hey, there's something to be said about being a homebody. I love it. Now, you do have to be careful because your stuff can take over if you're a homebody. But at the same time, you spend enough time in your house or your apartment or your tent or your car, whatever you live in. You have to control it, and you can get overwhelmed. But I tell people, work on one thing at a time, and that's that. But thank you, Mac. Fluids building up in your legs and ligaments tighten as we age. Now, see, I appreciate that, Mac. You know, because it's like, now, I did notice, and I live in a little complex, but it's cold, and I'm dainty, I guess. I don't know what the hell it is. I could just grab my bike and go for a ride around here, but it's cold, and I don't feel like going out. Let's see, I don't know. I should, because when I was mountain biking, I'm not talking crazy shit. I'm not jumping over nothing. I'm talking railroad, old railroad roads, bike trails, and that's fine for me. Just to get out there for an hour and get moving, awesome, awesome. Uh, downsizing, downsizing is the best thing I ever did. Absolutely Love it, love it, love it. Can't say if you're ready for it. You have to be mentally ready for it. That's for sure. Because as we're younger, it's just we're all caught up into. A lot of us are caught up with keeping up with the Joneses. I was there back when, say, the '80s. I had Lincolns, I had Cadillacs, I had convertibles, and I had spent too much on cars, and that was my thing. Other than that, living within your means, I say, is a mental state of mind because you have to accept it. If you're not ready to accept it, you're not going to do it. You have to stop giving a shit what other people think. That's for sure. Yeah, too much stuff, Mac. It sucks. Let's see. Chiropractic might actually be cheaper than. Well, you're right there. I gotta say that. I am not a med person at all. I take care of myself. I forget who said it or someone's video. If I'm dying, I'm gonna go to the hospital. If I break something, I'm going to the hospital. Colds, anything else, I take care of myself. I got my own natural pharmacy. Let's see, and easier to get. Docs may look especially upon someone seeking drugs to deal with muscle problems. Yeah, no, I'm not a drug person at all. I would watch, like, there's a couple of Asian girls that I find cute because that's what I find. And so that's why I watch them. And they just happen to be showing me nice flexes and stretches and stuff like that. So I say, okay, I'll subscribe to this girl. She's cute. I get to watch her stretch. It helps me. I'm helping her by subscribing. It's a give and take. Everybody wins. So, it's that kind of thing. Other than that, life goes on. But I find it's getting tougher and tougher sometimes, people, The stretching thing is a challenge because I don't put enough time in it. And I have a extra room onto this thing, but it's filled with not equipment. I do the beach workout, shoulders, arms, chest, try to do the abs as much as possible. The other thing about the part-time job, I use it as cardio. So I think of it as I'm getting paid to sweat, get a quick workout, and they're paying me. And I get to socialize with other people around the town, and I get to know people. So I'm fine with that. I do believe in the more muscle you have. I'm not talking bodybuilding, but the more muscle you have as you get older, the better off you're going to be. Like I said, not bodybuilding, but just doing stuff. And I find, and any of you guys that have bodybuild or exercise, as you get older, this is a weird scenario. Tell me if you've heard this. When I don't work a muscle, it kind of gets in like a pain. It's like it's my body's letting me know you haven't worked me in a while. And it's like, wow, what the hell is that? And it gets just pain, doesn't go away. So I like all that, Mark. Keeping the weight off, exercise. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. I don't think I'm depressed. I keep myself busy. I find new things to do. I know what depression is, and I know the signs, and yeah, everybody gets lonely, everybody misses this and that. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself depressed. I live by myself, no kids, ex-wife that hates me, and so on, and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, I make a lot of it in my videos and this and that. Some of my most popular videos, but still. Let's see, what do we got? Injury from a fall is the most common. Yes, yes. I've also heard, and this is my biggest little worry, I guess, because I was a lifter. The stronger your legs are, the more it tells you about your lifespan or something like that. And I know I've slowed down. And I got a racing bike thing. I never ride. I'd rather ride my not BMX, my mountain bike. I love my mountain bike. You don't have to worry about flats. You just take care of it, and I got a dual suspension, a regular suspension, whatever I want. It's great. I love it. But I'm a fair weather biker, and that's what stops me because I don't like to have stuff. I like to be free. I like when I ride a mountain bike on the trail. I'm looking. I got my phone turned off. I'm looking at scenarios. I'm looking at what's coming down the street, what animals. Like I said, crack of dawn, I'm out. If I was to retire tomorrow, that would be part of my senior or retirement plan. Get out in the morning before breakfast, burn off the calories, go for a nice ride, come back and eat and enjoy life. But you're right. You know, the other thing is, it's weird. Just a little, I find myself, I'll catch myself and go, I'm not as balanced as I was. Now, I do have a leg extension machine I got to work on. It's too easy, especially with the 2 or 3 jobs. Um, Come home, eat, and go to bed. That's why I do my sit ups in my bedroom. I have dumbbells in the bedroom. I'm just doing the beach workout. And then I'll do, if I get out and I do other things. But I try to hit it, try to work out, if not once a week, 2 to 3 times a week if I'm feeling good. But like I said, I keep everything right there. And just to get the muscles pumped, full of blood, get them working, because I know how important it is being a former bodybuilder. And it's like, I remember back in the 20s, not 20s, when I was in my 20s, we're talking, me and a couple other, bodybuilding guys would say, I guess you're never going to stop lifting? And I go, no, I'll never stop lifting, thinking that was it. And it's like, yeah, you stop, you go to shit. You can't stop. This is it. I've only met 2 guys, and I haven't seen them in probably 10, 20 years. But back then, when you stop, 10 years later, so we had been in our 40s, and I was still lifting pretty heavy into my 40s. These guys look like Olympia guys, like they could walk on stage. And I would say, I've slowed down. How the hell do you keep that physique? How do you keep it up? Because, like I said, as we get older, life comes and goes, things happen. I know this isn't the best thing for you, but it's not liquor, it's not beer. And you got to have some kind of fun. I enjoy it. I know I got to cut back, and I do drink my water. I drink my juices. I do whatever. I'll tell you the truth. I have what I consider not mastered moderation. I have moderation under control. So, for instance, I was looking at the Halloween candy. Okay. I literally can have 1, maybe 2, and walk away from it. Same with chips. That's a gift that I'm blessed with, and I'm thankful for it because I don't have to sit at the whole pile of Pringles chips and just do whatever. I enjoy just doing what I do, and just like I'll have a few. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll get some popcorn or one of these and sit on the couch and watch a movie, and I'm good, you know. And the other thing is, why are we so slow in the morning? I know it's age. Never been 58 before. It's crazy. But other than that, oh, man. You know what's the scary thing? I work with a bunch of guys. Well, I do work with a bunch of guys, but there's one guy alone. He's 70, 72, still working. And I go, you got here, you got unemployment, you got what's it called, Social Security coming in. Why are you still here? I have nothing else to do, he says. I understand that. I really do. And it's like, I get that. And I know you need a plan. I know you need, how many of us, like unaccompanied senior, you're traveling. How long do you think you can travel around the country or world doing that? Into your 70s? Into your 80s? When do you say enough's enough and change lifestyle? That's my question to you. Rare cool items. Why do we pay for food and land God gave us for free? This should be hallelujah, brother, or whoever. Hallelujah. I am right there with you. But, okay, there's a big but here. Absolutely. I don't want to be that one guy that says, that's it. I'm stopping paying for taxes. I'm taking a stand. Then they take everything because until, I hate to say it, and I hate to be a Johnny come lately, until that rock rolls down the hill and gets momentum, then I'll be in. I don't want to be the first guy because I don't want to be homeless. So, and I know, I don't want to have to go through court and everything else. I'd love to just stop paying my taxes, but I'm right with you, that's for sure. Absolutely. Boy, listen to that wind howl. What is it, 11:30 here? Jesus. Absolutely, man. Rare cool items. Absolutely. No. Now, the other thing I see on the old interweb, after 50 or 55 or something like that, or 65, the seniors should stop paying property taxes. I'm in on that too. No problem. Really? Florida's getting rid of property taxes? That's cool. I like that. I would love. Now, see, the beautiful part of New Hampshire, that's where I am, there's no income taxes. Yes, no income taxes, no sales tax, which is awesome. But they get you other places because for those taxes that aren't there, the taxes they do are a little more. So yeah, they get you. They get you. But yeah, back when I was a kid living with my parents. We thought about moving to Arizona or Florida, and that was like, all right, cool. They did a couple of trips, and they thought it was too hot. What business do you want to? How can you contribute to society? What do you think will work, Mr. Tucker? What are you thinking? Talk to me. You have a whole 8 people listening to you. What do you think? The stage is yours, sir. I don't know. Ouch. Now, I don't know anything about your story, Mr. Becker. I was lucky enough when I downsized, I had enough money to pay off my mobile home, which was 120,000. Thank God. Now, it's free and clear. I just pay taxes and all the other utilities, and that's it, and that's fine. Uh, again, I am a little bit of a prepper. Have you guys ever heard of this? I found a new toy. The salt water lamp. It runs on salt water. And I got my solar. I don't know if you can see that. Got my solar panels I'm getting ready to put up. I got my 12-volt batteries and I got everything else. I'm a solar guy. I like all that stuff. Because my taxes keep going up and up and up. Not my taxes. Well, taxes do, but my electricity bill went up crazy. And I was like, holy crap. Now my water bill's starting to go up. And I'm thinking about what's it going to cost me to dig a well. So if you go footprint type of thing, my footprint is very small. I don't, I had a Prius, which was 60 miles per gallon. I wish all cars got that. Now I went and bought a Honda Civic because I wanted more creature comforts. And great car, I love it. I don't know if I'd go back to a Prius, but I'm only getting 40 on my Civic. I want to start a glass bottom kayak rental. Okay, I was going to say they already got those. Rental business in Wiki Wachi River. Night rentals. Okay. How do you see what's underneath? Okay, with LED lights. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, my advice to you, because I've had a couple businesses, start small, start as inexpensive as you can, and just go for it. That's it. Check out the competition, see if anybody else is doing it. Ask a lot of people, this something you'd be interested in? Would you do this? And just run with it. Spend as little as possible, but obviously you need a boats to send people out and property. I don't know where you'd go for, putting them in the water legally. So you got some hurdles to accomplish, but I wish you good luck, sir. I hope to read about Mr. Brian Tucker being the next billionaire. And he has off his business, which is great. Good luck to you. Absolutely. Sounds interesting. Absolutely. That would be cool. You paddling away and you're looking underneath and the lights are there and you see all kinds of creatures and you never know. Maybe you might see a mermaid or two. Who knows? What I've noticed about that, not only are we getting older, have you noticed, I don't know about Florida, but up here in New England, down the Cape, last year, we had pink flamingos. And we had a manatee or two up here. It's all crazy shit. There's so much now. For years now, we've been having, I'm talking from the 80s. Compared to the 80s, we never had sharks, period. Had a couple. Now we got great whites, we got seals, we got orcas, we got everything up here because the waters are getting warmer. I'm not changing the subject, but I'm changing the subject. It's crazy how the world is changing. And like a long time ago, my grandmother, and this is when I was little, my grandmother said, someday we are going to be Florida up here. The world is changing. And I don't know how the hell she knew that, and I don't know how the hell I remember it. But it's like, holy crap. But now I'm seeing it. And I'm thinking, the sharks are one thing, because I don't go in the ocean anyways. I ain't sticking my tail in there. Because literally, 4 feet out, they were coming up that close. I go, no. Gina Magna, said hi, how are you? So, other than that, I don't go in the water at all. I'll go in a pool. I wouldn't be surprised if there are already alligators up here. I know people don't want to say anything, but all the warmth and stuff like that, everything's coming up further. You just haven't seen one. I mean, look, they saw a hammerhead someplace up here or something. All this weirdness is happening. And I don't know where it was, but they saw a great white and a alligator in the same body of water, which is very interesting to be on tape, which is crazy. But who knows? The world is getting crazier and crazier, and like I said, I stay out of the ocean. No thanks. I stay out of the water, period, because you never know what the hell's in there. Have you ever seen those videos of the people? The old guy, I think he went to, I don't know if he was saving his dog or something, but he was wrestling with an alligator. He was playing golf or something. And I go, dude, you're nuts. That thing is twice your size, and good luck to you by wrestling with it. But if it wants you, once it grabs onto you, it's pulling your gray ass in, and that's it. I mean, people with the scruples, I don't know. They're not all there. I'm telling you. All right, people. We are at 50 minutes, which is way longer, and we're gonna do another 10 minutes, and then we're pulling the plug on the very first comeback, calling it my comeback tour. But thank you, Gina. Gina, anything you would like to say if you're still here? How old are you? Where are you from? Anything. Let's see. Wiki Watchy River is spring fed, 50 million gallons of water every day. That's cool. Hey, I say run with it. Run with that idea. Absolutely. I had, only reason I know the word Wiki Watchy, one of my cousins used to be a mermaid. I think it was SeaWorld or something like that, or whatever the hell it was. I forget what the thing was. But she was a mermaid in her 20s, I think, which is very interesting. Very interesting. They even played a little prank on me, little. Really wild. Good memories as a child. But that's for sure. Is anybody here a prepper? I mean, like I said, I got my old little lamp and shit like that. Are you a Kiss fan? Ace Frehley was the reason I picked up the guitar. I listen, I guess when 70s and 80s, I was a huge Kiss fan. Some albums, never went to a concert, wasn't a concert person. But yeah, it's sad to see all the old timers go. But it's weird. As I'm on the phone all the time, you hear this one died, that one died, this one died, that one died. You don't know what's real and what's not. And because these people have no shame. They'll just say, oh, Gene Simmons died. It's like, oh, really? You got to look it up and go, no, he's not dead. But yeah, no, that's cool. I couldn't tell you by name. I know when I was a kid, I dressed up like, what was his name? Paul Stanley. I liked his makeup. That was cool. Good for you. Good for you, Mr. Mark. Are you an all-out crazy prepper, like water and everything else, or like stuff hidden, guns hidden in the backyard type of thing, or are you just like the average homeowner prepper? I am homeowner prepper, step forward type of thing. Really. My one of my few concerts, my last concert I ever went to was in the 80s. It was called The Monsters of Rock. That was my last big concert I ever went to. And saw a little bit of everybody. That's why I went. It was awesome. What a great time. What a great time. Do you remember that one? Back in the 80s, the Monsters of Rock tour. That was pretty wild. But yeah, I enjoy prepping. I enjoy just being ready, because last 4 years I've gotten more and more into it. Because bills go up. Like I said, my electricity bill went up, so I started building some solar stuff. Nothing on my own stuff, like just charging up my phone. I charge my phone on solar, all kinds of stuff. Everything I got is battery operated, or I got solar stations up the ass. Big ones, small ones. I got kerosene heaters ready to go. I got my saltwater lamp. I got my battery chargers ready to go. I enjoy it. I enjoy being prepared, because my very first year here in New Hampshire, in a mobile home, the power went out. I had to go through one night cold. And I was like, okay, never again. And it took me another year to get ready. fill, I do keep a good amount of bottled water in gallon bottles around in case power goes out. Yeah, well, that's cool. I do. I got to stock up on a little bit of water. I'll buy 2 or 3 cases at a time because I use them for work and other things. But other than that, the water, I don't do the big blue container thing. Uh, I, I, I don't have enough time for, I'd like to grow my own food. We're not allowed to have chickens. I wish we could. Um, Other than that, I keep a little bit of this, a little bit of that. As the older I get and being in this new place, I'm finding I'm eating and drinking less. I used to be heavier and this and that, and I've lost weight, and I'm just eating smaller meals, which is fine. Um, it's weird. Have you ever tried, I don't know what it's called, the survival food, REMs or something like that? Ready meals or something like that. They would come in packages. Where I work at night, they have a bunch of them. And I don't know. It's interesting. It's almost like a sign. Come buy me. It's interesting. I don't know how much I would buy or what I buy or what. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. But it's crazy. Um, I don't know. All right, guys, we're going to call it. Thank you all for being here on my opening tour of my live shows coming back. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'll be back here next week. Hope you enjoy my videos during the week. I drop videos and shorts. The shorts are mainly from my TikTok channel, if you enjoy all that crap. That's cool, 3 months. But hope you enjoy everything. I'll see you guys back here. I'll leave notes in the posts of the channel. So when I'm either doing a Saturday or a Sunday show, but it'll definitely be once a week. And feel free to drop any comments. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great day.